Alright, well, we are supposed to find the value of each variable. If I want to find x, I know that 3x plus 2 should equal 23. So I'll make an equation out of that. So 3x plus 2 should equal 23. Subtracting 2 from both sides, that's going to give me 3x is equal to 21. Divide both sides by 3, and that's going to give me x equals 7. Alright, similarly, I know that 7y minus 2 should equal 5y plus 4. Diagonals bisect each other, so these parts should be equal to each other in a parallelogram. So that means 7y minus 2 should equal 5y plus 4. Let's subtract 5y from both sides. Get those y's together. That's going to give me 2y minus 2 equals 4. Let's add 2 to both sides. That's going to give me 2y equals 6. Divide by 2 on both sides. That's going to give me y equals 3. Alright, so that's how you do number 1. Number 3. In a parallelogram, consecutive angles are supplementary. So these two angles are supplementary. So the quickest way to find the x is just to do 180 minus 98. And that's going to give me, if I have the one angle, subtract from 180, we'll get the other angle. So that's going to be 82. Now for the other, there's really no work to do. The angles that are opposite each other should be the same. In a parallelogram, opposite angles should be equal. So y should be 98. So that is how you do number 3. Wait a minute, there must be another number 4 over here hiding out. Okay, if I want to find the x's, the relationship here is, are these two going to be equal to each other? Are these angles equal to each other? No, they're not. If this 2x was up here in this corner, then I could set them equal to each other because these two angles are equal. What is the relationship between these two angles? They are supplementary. That means if I add them up, they should add up to 180 degrees. In other words, 4x plus 2x should equal 180. That means 6x should equal 180. That means x should equal 30 because I divided by 6 on both sides. So x is 30. Now let's do the y. What's the relationship between these two expressions? Well, they should be equal to each other. Opposite sides of a parallelogram are equal. So 2y plus 3 should equal y plus 9. Let's subtract y from both sides. That leaves y plus 3 equals 9. Now let's subtract 3 from both sides. That leaves y equals 6. So y equals 6. That is number 4. Let's take a look at number 5. Number 5. MNOP is a square. I don't see a picture of a square. Do you? What do you think I'm going to do? If you said draw a square, you are 100% correct. Here's my square. I'll make it blue. Okay. MNOP. Let's say, for example, MNOP. NO is 3x plus 14. That means this is 3x plus 14. Meanwhile, PO is 5x minus 8. Since this is a square, these two should be equal to each other. Both sides of a square, all sides are equal. So that means we should be able to go 5x minus 8 equals 3x plus 14. Subtracting 3x from both sides gives me 2x minus 8 equals 14. Adding 8 to both sides gives me 2x equals 22. Dividing both sides by 2 gives me x equals 11. So that's number 5. Let's go take a look at number 6. Rhombus. Rhombus, of course, all the sides are equal to each other. So, one equation I could make, if I wanted to do the y's, these should be equal to each other. So I can just go 6y minus 5, and that should equal 3y plus 7. Subtract the 3y from both sides, and that's going to give me 3y minus 5 equals 7. If I add 5 to both sides, I get 3y is equal to 12. Dividing both sides by 3 gives me x equals 4. Okay, so x equals 4. So far, so good. Now, how about those y's? Oh wait, that was y. Oops, I'm tired. Sorry. That was y that we just did. Okay. So y was 4, not x. Rewind. Okay, now we got to find the x's. Well, for the x's, these are supplementary. So one thing I could do would be to go, I could say, look, 2x minus 1 plus 127 equals 180. Alright, because that's what it means to be supplementary. Then I would subtract 127 from both sides. So that's going to give me 2x minus 1 equals 53. Once I add 1 to both sides, that gives me 2x equals 54. And when I divide both sides by 2, I get x equals 27. Alright, that's number 6. Let's take a look at number 7. Square. Well, this one is easier than you might think. If this is a square, how many degrees are each one of these angles? That's right. Every angle here is a 90-degree angle. That means 3x equals 90. So just divide both sides by 3. Alright, that means x equals 30. That's it for number 7. Let's take a look at number 8. Where's the rest of it? Well, this is basically the same thing. If MATH is a rectangle, every angle is 90 degrees. So again, that means 3x plus 6 equals 90 degrees. Subtract 6 from both sides. That's going to give me 3x is equal to 84. Divide both sides by 3. That's going to give me x equals 28. So that's how you do number 8. Okay. Oh, and that's the end. That's the end for part 15. It was just a short little paper.